I'd love to tell you that marketing is nothing but good, noble, just, and true. Well, the reality is that the history of marketing is fraught with individuals who've done very questionable things just to make a quick buck. If you've ever had a high-pressure sales experience, feeling like you're being tricked into something, you know exactly what I mean. P.T. Barnum reportedly said, "There's a sucker born every minute," and at times I felt exactly like that guy. On other occasions, marketers are well-intentioned, but they keep producing products that are full of features, and more features, without taking into consideration how important these features are to the customers. One example of this is the walk fan. It has a 2-speed fan, fragrance dispenser, adjustable reading light, thermometer, and mirror, and yet for some strange reason, the market didn't snap these up. A lot of features, but not a strong offering in the marketplace at the end of the day. In this module, we'll be considering some of the questionable practices used in marketing, as well as what marketing really should be about, understanding the needs of the market and effectively delivering on those needs. This module focuses on the simple but powerful marketing concept. Here, we'll look at removing blinders, as well as notions of the sales concept and product concept. Ideas that predated the more contemporary view of marketing that is embodied in the marketing concept. Well, would you wear this? Perhaps you're asking yourself what kind of social outing this might be most appropriate for. Well, this is a blinder, and it's typically worn by a horse. And the truth is that we all wear blinders that keep us from seeing the world as fully as we could. The net result of this is often a bad decision in business. Understanding marketing and market analytics can really help to remove some of these blind spots. Keeping on our theme of vision, with 20/20 hindsight, most things seem simple. Marketing issues can be a lot like this. After the fact, they all seem obvious. You should have targeted a different segment or used a different message. My overarching point is that there will be many concepts that seem simple or straightforward, but they're often incredibly impactful when applied effectively by somebody who understands their power. Robert Louis Stevenson said, "We all make a living selling something." And while some will make a distinction between marketing and sales, the two really are closely linked. And the truth is that everybody is selling something. The public health nurse is trying to market vaccines for children. An information systems specialist is trying to market a new software or hardware initiative to people within the firm. The CEO of a company is often found trying to market their vision for the organization to shareholders and employees. We all make a living selling something. Unfortunately, over time, the term sales has been associated with a negative meaning. Let's consider why this might be the case. The sales concept is the notion of selling what you make rather than making what you can sell. As such, the emphasis is always on tricking, cajoling, or heavy-handed persuading of individuals to do what you want them to do. The sad part is that some people still use this form of persuasion. Think of a high-pressured sales situation you've been in where you felt somebody was forcing you to buy something that you didn't really want. And every time you raised an objection, you felt it was a game with them trying to outsmart you into buying the product. Maybe you even gave in, and if you did, chances are you felt lousy afterwards. This type of sales technique is typified by the quote from P.T. Barnum, "There's a sucker born every minute." The customer is simply looked at as some poor dupe who needs to be fooled. And while this sales technique might work in the short term, in the long term it produces ill will and mistrust. So let's consider another mechanism that's used to try to appeal to customers. This is the product concept. The idea of making the product better and better and better until such a point that it has everything that the customer could possibly want. At first, it sounds like this might work, but simply adding more and more things does not necessarily make something better. The incredible walk fan is like this. It has a 2-speed fan, fragrance dispenser, LCD clock, reading lamp, flashlight, thermometer. I mean, what more could you possibly want? Clearly, though, more features does not always mean that something will be more desirable. Think about the remote control for your television or some interface that you have with a stereo, microwave oven, thermostat, or so forth. Have you ever come across a technology that you felt was potentially very good, but the features were so advanced in the way they were presented that you didn't know how to use them? At the end of the day, how good is even the best product if it's not clear how to use it? Peter Drucker noted that there will always, one can assume, be some need for selling. The aim of marketing, though, is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits him and sells itself. Think about something that you were excited to purchase recently. Nobody tricked you. You really wanted this and felt like your life was better because you purchased it. For me, recently it was a song off of iTunes. Ideally, marketing is central to the delivery of products and services people truly want and need. The idea behind the marketing concept is that it's the customer wants and needs that start as the basis for determining what the company will do. And it's through addressing these needs that the organization is able to achieve its goals. Contrast this with the sales concept, where the technical capability of the company drives what's made. And then the company's stuck with this product and has to adopt aggressive sales programs to foist these on the customer and thereby make money. The company might win, but there's no guarantee that the customer will. It really is amazing how changing one's orientation and thinking about the needs of the customer from the outset can have such a profound impact on the way a company does business. Let's consider a number of examples that contrast the sales orientation with the marketing orientation. With State Farm, the focus isn't on insurance, it's really about selling peace of mind. With IBM, it's not computing power, but problem solving. With Southwest Airlines, it's not about transportation, but really about travel. And with Revlon, according to the then CEO, it's not about selling cosmetics, it's about selling hope. With the marketing concept, the focus is on benefits, not just features and jargon.